that that's what matters at the end of the day. You got your keys and everything, your lunch, all that shit. Good morning, elements. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Good morning, Roxy. Good morning, Rizzo. Good morning, y'all. Welcome back. Everybody, welcome to the channel. I am Leo, the Lioness Queen, but they call me affectionately Leo. Okay. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Okay. And then also check out the membership, which is only $2.99. It helps a lot. I have little stuff back there and everything. And of course, when the summer comes, I'll have more things back there. Also, you also know that I am joining the begging team. There's a lot of hoes on here begging, so I'm going to join them and begging for you to go across the street, download the Miko app, and follow me across the street and send me some damn coins and some gifts, okay? Like they say, closed mouths do not get fed, honey. So you got to ask. And I'm asking for real. Okay. But thank you to those who have already been over there. I apologize to those who have come in the chat thus far. Y'all already know what I'm doing right now. As soon as I am able to stop and look at y'all comments, I definitely will acknowledge you all because I do absolutely appreciate your presence here. This weekend, I worked. It was a pretty smooth day. It went by really quick, but it was kind of boring. It was nice, but it was raining at the same time. And I've mentioned before in my videos that when you get to being in that environment, the machines and everything, sometimes it could put you to sleep. And honestly, my favorite day to work in there is actually on Saturdays because it's more laid back. Everybody, even the supervisors, as I call them, they're more laid back. So it's a more relaxed environment. Yes, I'm still getting this congestion the hell out of me or whatever. I feel much better though, but it's constantly coming up. And y'all know how that is. That is so annoying because it just comes up at any damn time. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did. And then yesterday, I hate when they do that. Just pull up. You already know other kids is coming. I'm about to pull up. Okay. You ready? Come on. Yeah, get ready because they playing games and ain't nobody got time for this. I don't understand why they is playing games.
Because people can't drive, especially parents. Not you. Not you. Not you. You can drive. You can drive.
I love you.
I love you too.
Put the mask over your nose, son, and make sure that's up. You got all your stuff. Can I have a kissies or no? No kissies. I love you. Call me this afternoon. Hey, y'all. Okay. Hey, Queen Vita. Hey, Miss Etta. I already spoke to Roxy. Hey, Lisa and JC Guard Squad. Okay. Let me get the hell on up out of here real quick. Y'all know I'll be home quick. Okay. But yeah, that's and then remember I told you all that me and my sister we were supposed to be trying out this new breakfast spot. Well, when I got home Saturday night, I was so tired, y'all. And she called me and she was like, she said, "Do you still want to go?" because we were going to get up super early or whatever. She was like, do you still want to go? And I was like, it's up to you. So you know how that go. We both going back and forth. And then I said, girl, I said, if you want to reschedule because you don't want to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning like we originally planned, I said, trust me, I just got off of work. I'm tired. I said, I'm not mad at you for that. And she just bust out laughing. I said, girl, we can go at any time. Trust me. I am one of those people to where if you tell me some shit is canceled, I'm not upset about it. And so we had a real good laugh about that because I was really tired, okay? Because I'm like, damn, but I also honor my commitments as well. So if I say that I'm going to meet you somewhere, I am an on time person. That's the one thing, I would say I got it mostly from my dad. My dad is the type, even still to this day, he going to be somewhere 30 minutes to an hour early. Now, I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? I might do a little 20 minutes. But no matter what, if I say that I'm going to meet somebody somewhere, no matter how tired I am or whatever, I will make sure that I do it. But she was like, no, we can reschedule. And that was the happiest thing to me because I told her, I said, I'm so tired, sis. I said, I probably wouldn't have been up at 9 or 8 a.m. anyway. I'm telling y'all, I know that y'all probably be like, damn, Leo, why is you always bringing up age? But for real, these are the things I'm experiencing. And I'm like, I can't do it, honey. I got to have my sleep. Y'all already know how I feel about my rest. Okay. So that's what's going on with that. Also, too, and I'm not, of course, the person may get upset if they hear it, but I had somebody, hey, Miss Ed, I hope I spoke, but I had somebody um, who called me this weekend. It was an element I spoke to, and she pretty much gave me her opinion about something that she did not like or whatever. And initially, when she called me, I was defensive at the time because I was already irritated. But by the time we got finished talking about it, I said, okay, I understand where you're coming from, and I will absolutely work on that. And the reason why I decided to bring that up is because, I said to you all, I think in a video last week that I did with me trying to be more consistent on the channel, I said to y'all in a video that I'm grateful for those of you who do pull me to the side when, y'all have an issue with something or just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I always say this, and anybody, all of y'all who know me or who have witnessed me know that I do a self-check all the time. Am I perfect? No, I am not perfect. Have I been more vocal lately? Yes, absolutely. However, I do have a heart and I definitely care about those who support me because I have gained personal relationships with a lot of y'all, whether I talk to y'all once every few months or text message, whatever. I have always said to y'all that anytime that you feel anything, I don't want y'all to ever feel like y'all can't come to me and talk to me about stuff, or something that you may observe that you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Because being a content creator is not easy, whether you're a big content creator, little content creator. And when we are content creators, you run the risk. Of course, you cannot please everybody, and I am one of those content creators who do give a damn about my subscribers. But just like I explained as well, there are going to be times. Good morning, Felicia Fee. Good morning, Miss Blackberry. There are going to be times where I do say some things that y'all not going to like. And I think for a while, I allowed that to a certain degree to hold me back. And I'm not allowing that shit to hold me back. But I also know how to understand, correction or whatever. And so we ended up having a really, really good conversation. I will not state exactly what was said or whatever, because that's part of the conversation that was had. But I had to acknowledge by the time, I say maybe 30 minutes into the conversation, because just like I told her, I said with me, it honestly does depend on the mood that I'm in. I'm like, because initially when she called, I was defensive as hell because she called me at a bad time when I was already annoyed. But I am always aware of my energy, whether it's good or bad. And so by the time we got to talking, and I also thanked her. I was like, thank you for being patient, because I said, I know I was just, that fire just rose the fuck up. but she was patient enough to understand. And once I actually started listening, took down the firewall and actually listened to what she was saying, I said, okay, you are right. I will definitely acknowledge that. And I let her know that it was all good. And, we were good by the time we got off the phone. But I told her, I said, sometimes it will be like that. And I don't want any of y'all to be afraid to come to me because Leo might get defensive. Leo might get an attitude. If I do, so the fuck what? You know what I'm saying? If you're making sense to me, eventually I will think about it, probably within the same conversation. Sometimes it may take me longer. Sometimes I may just be like, look, we just gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna stand on how the fuck I feel, and that's just simply it. But just to acknowledge that I do care about the people that support me, because many of y'all have been supporting me for years. And that's why I always make it my business to always say thank y'all for the many different ways that y'all have supported me, because I always remember, whether it's 5 of y'all in here, whether it one day will be 1,000, none of us could do whatever it is that we do without y'all support. So that's just what's up with that. Another thing that was going on, so that's outside of personal shit or whatever. Another thing that was going on was the whole thing with Chris Brown. Thank you, Roxy, for becoming a member. You right. You are absolutely right, Miss Adam. None of us are perfect. And like I said, that's just what it is. But what she said, it made sense. I had to acknowledge that it did make sense. And like I said, I'm not a person that can't be corrected. um, but another thing that went on this weekend was the Chris Brown and Usher situation. Now, at first, it was some people saying that it was a lie, but I don't believe it was a lie. Okay. Pretty much what happened, just to put it in a nutshell, Usher threw Chris Brown a birthday party. Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Rocky. Usher threw Chris Brown a birthday party at a skating rink. Okay, now Usher is skates all the time. If you follow him on IG, it's actually a page, I think it's called Role Models or something like that. I follow a lot of skating pages and stuff because I've actually thought about getting back into skating. My mother used to take me when I was younger, and I do know that Melva's stepmom takes him skating and stuff and bowling and everything like that. So I thought about getting back into skating because it's been so long since I've done it. So I follow a lot of those pages on IG. So Usher is one of the people that is a regular there, because I believe that the particular skating rink that they usually film at is, of course, in Atlanta, because I've seen ones with Tiny. I forgot who else they've shown was skating there. But anyway, Usher gave Chris Brown a party. Tiana Taylor got there. Because she was invited by she was invited by Usher. Chris Brown noticed her there. They said that as soon as Tiana walked in, that Chris Brown, kind of started like insulting her. Like he made it very apparent that he didn't want her ass there. His whole energy changed as soon as she walked in the room. And that is because her and Chris Brown used to be super, super close. Something happened with I think it was the American Music Awards, when they didn't allow Chris Brown to do the tribute to Michael Jackson. Tiana Taylor and somebody else was supposed to be a part of the actual performance. It's being said that Tiana's people, she had another obligation or something. Okay. But then he still felt like maybe she did it on purpose. Like she was basically turning her back on him. So I guess, I don't know whether they haven't spoke since that time or whatever the hell going on. But anyway, he started being disrespectful towards her. Okay, let me see. She pulled out of the music awards at the last minute. He blames her for them canceling him. I don't believe that shit. I agree with that, JC. Okay. Either way, You say you can't get into Tiana. Her last her CD or album that she put out, it was really really good. But I remember Tiana from My Sweet 16. So I've been following her for years and stuff like that. But I think she's very talented because she was there. And he started being aggressive and they said that he was drunk and he was probably, doing something a little extra and he just started being disrespectful. And so Usher, hearing the commotion and seeing what's going on, he was like, calm down because they show videos in the beginning of him and Usher, of course, being on good terms because Usher threw the motherfucking party, which when I found out that part, I'm like, damn, but either way, Chris holding on to how he feel. And he told her he wanted her to get the fuck out. Okay. That booger sugar. I was trying to be nice about the shit. But either way, he told her to get the fuck out. And Usher, like, no, she's not getting out. No, you ain't got to leave. So Tiana was like, fuck all this. I'm just going to go ahead and leave. So I guess Chris Brown was trying to follow her outside or him and Usher got the arguing and they end up going outside. And then they're saying that it was Chris Brown's security or his team that ended up jumping on Usher, okay? Because I heard two conflicting stories. I know everything supposedly happened once they got outside. They're saying that Chris stole off on Usher, and then they're saying that his team stole off on Usher, okay? But regardless, Usher did do a video, a Instagram post the next day because they were supposed to be performing at some type of festival and they all appeared to be there. Of course, they were not there together, but in the same video. But Usher, pretty much did a little video, I guess, trying to show like his face is okay. And then we saw pictures with Chris Brown and Little Mo, and I think she had pictures with both separately, of course, with Chris Brown and a picture with Usher. And I think she had them on the same post, basically showing that, she loved both of them. She ain't getting in the middle of it. Right, JC Guard Squad. He don't get down like that. So, I mean, Chris Brown, I think, is a very, very talented young man. I do believe that, of course, we know he deal with anger issues. I do believe that he has tried within years to bury the situation between him and Rihanna because he got a lot of bad flack for that, which he did deserve. You know what I'm saying? But it took him many years to get that off of his back. He was a young man when it happened, not taken away from his responsibility. But I feel like in a way he has been slighted when it comes to a lot of things due to this scarlet mark on him because Chris Brown is super fucking talented. You cannot take that away from him. And I think that also puts a defense on him. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I think that is also how he's been done with in the industry because even though he's had some wins after that, he still has not been able to get that off his back. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, when it comes to certain things, we may not have done things as bad as him, and then we're not in the public eye. So, do we ever get a chance to have forgiveness for things that we've done in the past? Just look at yourself. I'm quite sure that it was maybe some shit that you did maybe even 5 years ago, and you're not that same person now, and you're trying to move on. You're in this industry that's already very cliquish, a lot of different things going on, and you're talented as fuck, and you feeling like, damn, I can't get nowhere, and that shit starts to build up. So I'm not taking away his responsibility as a man to, like Chris, but at the same time, people are human. It's shit like this, which is why a lot of people don't want to work with him, unfortunately. That's an excellent point, JC. I have to give you that. That is an excellent point. That's an excellent point. I got to give you that. Good morning, Miss J. Yes, he hasn't gone mainstream. And of course, compared to Rihanna, he is not nowhere near her level. Don't get me wrong, he ain't nothing to sneeze at. But I figure if he had not done that, uh, he probably would be way bigger. He would have probably had more opportunities. But also, too, going back to what JC Garsquad said, his own behavior when things do not go his way. His anger and whatever substances he may be a part of. The court of opinion is hard to change. I agree. Why I can't see JC messages? Okay, y'all, this is another thing I want to address because sometimes it's like that. It's not that people have blocked you. You have to press the little live icon, and when you press the live icon, you'll see two options. It'll say top messages, and then it'll say all messages. You have to tap on the all messages, and then that's how you see everybody. So just tap on that, Felicia Fee. Tap on the chat box, and then you should see it should be some little icon that you're able to press, and it'll say all. Okay, you got it. Okay, you have the little filter. So sometimes y'all, when y'all thinking that somebody done blocked you, that's not always the case. Sometimes a lot of times you have to put all messages because it'd be the same way with me when I'm in other people's chat or even when I'm modding for Sean. Sometimes I may not see all of y'all in the top chat, which I still don't understand what the hell that means. But when I tap on all chat, everything shows up. I think if he would have done that and changed his behavior and how he reacts, he would be okay. I believe so. Yes, and thank you for that. Thank you for the next segue. And we are segueing into Brian McKnight, who is going through a legal battle with one of his children in particular. I believe it's his oldest daughter. There have been some very, very nasty allegations that they are accusing him of throwing out in regards to him going back and forth with his oldest child, even though I believe he has, if I'm not sure, because I know he has a wife now, and I know they have children together, younger children, but Brian McKnight has older children. I know for sure it's a daughter, it's a son. I think it's a couple of other kids or whatever, but either way, they had been blasting Brian McKnight for years because remember a few years ago, Brian McKnight had came out and actually made a video going back and forth with his son because the son was pretty much saying how he just was not there for him and just how nasty of a person he is. Well, he is going back and forth with his daughter. And I know they were saying that she taking him to court because she's saying that he put out nasty rumors concerning her, accusing her of having sex with her cousin or something. And they're basically saying, because I think he's married to an Asian woman or something, he got kids with her, whoever the hell. They're basically saying that he's treating his black kids different than he treating the mixed kids, if I get it correct. Hey, Subi, honey. He had the two sons with the wife, and the daughter is a side baby while he was married the first time. Okay. Yeah. But I know those children, even the sons that he had with his wife, the first three children, they have been coming out against him for a while, accusing him of just not being there. And so they're in a nasty court battle now. And he called himself trying to put up receipts to say that the daughter was lying, but he posted receipts of his new wife making posts in regards to the daughter, I guess when all the kids were together. But that was back in fucking what? They said that was what, 2019? So his way of trying to do some control, it ain't working. Yes, he did used to abuse his wife. And then I forgot what artist. It was some, because y'all know I watch musical artists interview all the time. I forgot what artist it was that was on an interview, and they were saying that the nastiest person they ever met in the industry was Brian McKnight. It was a male singer. It escapes me, but he was saying that Brian McKnight was very negative, very nasty to him, tried to hate on him and everything. So, but I forget who it was. I think it was one of the artists that came on Tank's show, because y'all know Tank got a show that's called R&B Money is actually on here, and I also listen to it. But yeah, I'm shocked about the things with Brian McKnight. I had no idea of these accusations about him not being a good father to the older kids. He another 50 Cent, if it's all true. Yeah, no, it's if you look it up, Roxy, it's been things on him for years. It actually made me not even want to fuck with his music like that, because I used to love me some Brian McKnight. I used to love me some Brian McKnight, but no, yeah, the daughter sued and won. Okay, see, there you go. There you go. Good morning, Joy Love. Okay, so the next thing, because, these allergies, my nose is itching. Okay, so the last story that we're going to go into is, ooh, this whole, I'm telling you, and it's supposed to be nice today. I think it's supposed to get up to like 62, but I'm telling you, when I was younger, I did not have allergies. Now I have fucking allergies, okay? So don't think that Leo is on that booger sugar. In the mornings, the shit be bad. Okay, I don't know if it be a certain time for y'all, but in the mornings, that shit be really, really, really bad as far as my fucking nose itching. Okay, hey Candy Cane. Okay, so the last story that we're going to talk about is real life story. We all know the situation that happened between Meek Mob and Coolin. Okay, um, I think Coolin pulled up to Meek Mob's home or apartments or wherever the hell she at, and they had a fisticuffs or whatever stuff. They fought. Um, it's been a lot of that happening within the past weekend. Honestly, that is not the only meetup that I have witnessed. That's the only one I witnessed on this, on as far as on our side. It was the same thing that happened over on fucking Miko. Um, and I think on Bigo. Okay, so it's been happening all over the place. And my only thing is, people are grown. You have to decide what is important to you at the end of the day. Hey, TC, you have to decide what's important to you. It's not my job to tell grown ass people what to do. However, you just have to decide what's really worth losing over social media. Like I always say, a lot of y'all hoes, and this is to everybody, a lot of y'all hoes need to get some rest. A lot of y'all need to take a break from this goddamn social media, because I think, and all of us have been guilty of it. Sometimes we get so caught up in this whole social media thing that it starts to blur our reality. And at the end of the day, if you got shit that's worth losing, things that you don't want to be taken away from you, some of the shit is not worth pulling up to each other on. It ain't that deep. I'm quite sure no matter whatever they went through, because I don't know the origins, nor do I give a fuck. Okay, I don't. However, this is me as a person who witnessed the shit, because I be in the bushes looking when there's some fuck shit going on. And also too, again, like all of us that had our turn in the goddamn spotlight, whether we liked it or not. And at the end of the day, when you put shit on social media, there are people who are going to have a fucking opinion. Are you gonna always like it? No, it ain't nothing personal. I don't know neither one of y'all, okay? But I will say this. It makes me think about the story that happened recently in Mississippi. And these were cousins. These were all family, okay? And you had two cousins pull up to their other cousin's house, sit on top of their cousin's mother, which is their auntie's vehicle, taunt them. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because when I looked at Mink's video, you see her with the phone and she all doing this retarded ass shit, which I don't know what it is with y'all today. All this tooting of the lips and shit. I don't know where y'all, come on now, we got to grow up. But this is all this shit. I'm just being real. And the girl in Mississippi, bring it back to the cousins. The girl in the Mississippi, there now, mind you, these all are family. They got into it so bad that two of the cousins decided to drive to their other cousin. How you can see the whole thing on Facebook. They decided to drive to their other cousin house in Mississippi. Not only do they drive there, she and the camera doing the same shit, like, yeah, telling them, bitch, come outside, blah, blah, blah. She's sitting on top of her auntie car. Her cousin, who was the auntie daughter, came outside, kept asking them to get the fuck up off that car. They didn't get the fuck up off that car. And when I tell you she lit off them shots so goddamn quick, and the one that was doing all that tooting and shit in the fucking camera, you hear her on the ground keep saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And you can literally hear the life leaving out of her. Okay? The other cousin died too. They came and arrested the cousin who did the shooting because she wasn't playing with their ass. And her ass got released. These were family members. Look the story up. Just say Facebook shooting in Mississippi. They released her because they came to her property. And in 2023, for any of us to be pulling up to anybody's shit, you have to not have nothing to lose. Now, yes, can people piss you off? Have I been pissed the fuck off? Yes. However, what brings me back to reality is the fact that, yes, they were all family, candy cane. These were cousins. They were related to each other. These wasn't just no two hoes that just pulled up. They were cousins. Yeah. Okay. But what makes me just come back to to reality, and this is to everybody. My child, because these are mothers that we're talking about. My child, number one. My age, number one. My life, number one. Taking breaks off this motherfucker, number one. Getting motherfucking rest, number one. Not having to prove shit to none of you motherfuckers on here. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these goddamn people that are watching you, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't. Now, do you have some people who have your best interests at heart? Yes. But for the most part, a lot of people that are watching y'all, they want a motherfucking train wreck. So they will egg that bullshit the fuck on because they don't give a fuck about you. Because at the end of the day, if something happened to you, yeah, people gonna have their opinions. Oh, that's so sad. But guess what we gonna do? Cut this motherfucker off and go back to our own real goddamn lives. I don't know you. That's just being real. And luckily, in the pull-ups that I have seen this weekend, because again, this wasn't the only one that happened. So I'm talking to everybody that's listening to me. Thank God that the ones that I saw this weekend, that none of them ended up in tragedy. I thank God for that, because I personally would not want to see no shit like that. But what I'm saying is, think about that. And some of y'all go back and forth and back and forth and back. It's like, why give your power to somebody like that? Yeah, we gonna argue with each other sometimes, but I'm not about to sit up there and be making 800 videos on anybody. Anybody that I've ever had an issue with, which I have not had a lot of issues with people, because y'all know I pretty much mind my business. And if me and you do have a back and forth or some shit like that, the most you may get is 2 videos of that. Other than that, Leo gonna ignore you. Because what I had to remember was that if nothing is going to happen to my person, good morning, Beyond Beauty. If nothing is going to happen to my person, I had to even get like that when it came to my child. So like if somebody insulted my child today, would it bother me? No. But it took me time to get to that point, because I had to realize, yeah, they're saying whatever, but this is the space that you're in, and it ain't even just here, it's social media, period. Okay. I've had to reconcile the fact that it's motherfuckers that do not care. They will go above and beyond when it comes to your kids because they know for most of us parents that is a soft spot. But I had to realize, okay, regardless of whatever the hell being said, there is no harm to my child. I know goddamn well I'm a good damn mother. And at the end of the day, as long as he's safe, that is for real. That's how I feel about myself. And y'all have to stop allowing outside people to dictate who the fuck you are. Because when you are going, if you got 800 videos on one motherfucker, that is obsessed. I don't give a fuck who get offended by it. You should not continue to have a whole bunch of videos on the same motherfucker. It's only so many bitches, hoes, raggedy cunts, and whatever the hell else I'm gonna call you. Take a break away from this shit. All money ain't good money. And the one thing I'm gonna always say, universal law. Y'all gonna always hear Leo say universal law. It's so much shit going around. That's just like when I was listening to Sean and Johnny Mac the other day, which I love that show. I really wish they'd do more shows. Just like he was talking about, like, there's so much going on in the world that affects us all. They doing all types of sneaky ass shit. And we focus on this. They use this in order to distract us from the shit that's really going on. And then just looking at, and I've done it because I've come on this motherfucking and went off. And I'm not going to promise you I'm not going to do the shit in the future. I am human. But even physically looking at ourselves going crazy all in the goddamn camera, we are actually yelling at a fucking device. So when I'm saying this, I'm not leaving myself up out of it like I'm fucking perfect Susie. I'm not. Okay. But I'm just saying, ladies, parents, black people, we got to do better. Like, that's just on some real shit. We got to do better because our kids are watching us. And then we sit up there and wonder why older generations or why younger generations don't want to fucking listen to the advice that we try to give them or whatever. Because, you know, if your kid, even though you can raise your kids to be perfect and they can still turn out to be ain't shit, or they can have their own fucked up ass personalities, because at the end of the day, your kid gonna have a personality of their own. However, you can't sit up there and complain about the shit that the new generation do when we as grown ass women and men, because some of y'all niggas be on here doing the most, we can't sit there and bitch at them or say, I don't understand why they out of control, when this is the shit that we seeing. You think that our kids ain't watching us do certain shit? You think that just because you may be online and your kid in the other room, you think they not hearing us cussing and fussing and I'ma call this and I'ma do that and all this? But y'all think they not soaking that shit up? You gotta look at reality, y'all. Don't allow this social media, don't allow your ego, don't allow the majority of motherfuckers that's in your chat who do not give a fuck about y'all, for real, who ain't gonna give $1 to contribute to a flower that's gonna be at your fucking funeral because you done got killed over some stupid ass online shit that didn't have to fucking be. Stop, like, grow up. And I don't give a fuck who get an attitude about it. Grow the fuck up. And that's for me too, and anybody listening to this. Nobody should be offended by what the fuck I'm saying. If you got people that you care about, if you have children that you want to return home to, all of us, all of our goals, and I'm not gonna even just put it on the parents. Let me make it on everybody. If you got a spouse, whether you got kids or not, if you got people that you care about, all of us, our goals every day should be to return to the people who we love. That should be your goal. We already don't know what the hell we're going to face. when we are walking out the door, period. Just with regular human life. Stop playing with people. Stop thinking that you exempt. Stop pushing the fucking envelope. We too old to be trying to prove how fucking tough we are. That's whack as fuck. You should know who the fuck you are, and you should not allow complete strangers with their opinions, of course, because we gonna have them. You should not allow motherfuckers to dictate who the fuck you are. Okay? Also, remember, we reap what we sow. If it doesn't hit you, it will hit your children. Now, that's a word right there. Okay? So, I done ran it long enough, y'all. I'm about to get the fuck off here, taking my daytime medicine, taking my daily nap. Y'all already know my routine. I absolutely love and cherish all of you. Of course, I'll be looking for different things to talk about every morning. I will be going live on Miko. When you know for sure I'm going to be going live on Miko, is definitely always when I am on my way home. But I also will probably start going live on Miko on my way to work. Okay, because I'm trying to get my time in over there. I absolutely love you all. Appreciate y'all. I wish y'all a beautiful week, and I will see y'all tomorrow in the morning. Have a blessed day, guys. And like I said, remember your reality. And most of all, get some fucking rest. Y'all hoes need to go to sleep.